Hello everyone, this is Khairul Alam Shobuz from All Math Matters. Welcome to my online math class. Hello guys, welcome to my another new online class. So today's class is so important because today I'll try to discuss about coordinate geometry. So coordinate geometry is one of the most important topics for both Edexcel and Cambridge syllabus. So today I'll try to discuss about basic formula from coordinate geometry, and also I'll show some example for each formula. So first of all, coordinate geometry. So here the coordinate means what is the position of the point. So first we will learn how many coordinate can possible. So if you consider this is a plane, this board is a plane, there are two types of coordinate possible. So number one is Cartesian coordinate. Number two is polar coordinate. Okay, for Cartesian coordinate, so keep in mind for coordinate there should be two values. That means one of the value is x, another is y. So in Cartesian coordinate the value should be in pair, one is x, another is y. So here x is called abscissa and y is called ordinate. But in polar coordinate should be like that, r and theta. So here r is the radius and theta is the angle. So there are two types of coordinate possible in two-dimensional. So these coordinates is actually in two-dimensional, not three-dimensional. So if it is three-dimensional, then the coordinate should be x, y and z. So in this plane here these two coordinate only for two-dimensional. Okay, first of all, that's why we need to consider two axes. So now we will see that what is the relation between these two coordinates, that is Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate. But normally when you will solve the sums from your book, so Cartesian coordinate is most important because most of the sum will come from Cartesian coordinate. So now I'll show some examples and also the relation between Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate. Okay, so if we consider two axes, let's say this is x or x prime and another is y and y or y prime. This is two axes intersect at the origin. This is the origin point. So let us consider a point, that is a point. So in Cartesian coordinate this point should be x and y. So what is the value of x? That means from origin to along x-axis, if we consider this is like that, this is x and this is the vertical value. So x or x prime is called horizontal axis, y or y prime is called vertical axis. So the value of x always in the horizontal and the value of y is always in the vertical. So we consider here a point, suppose this is a point P. So here from this origin this value is x and this value is y. So that's why this point is xy. So now if we join this O and P, so let's say this is an radius r. So now if we look at, this is a triangle, so we can OP and we can consider this point is Q. So OPQ is a right triangle. So OPQ is a right triangle. So now from this triangle we can find some relation between Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate by using the trigonometry, and we can consider this angle is theta. So now we will find the value of OQ and PQ in terms of theta. So if we consider this right triangle POQ, so in triangle POQ, so cos theta equal, we know that if we consider this angle theta, this is the adjacent, this is the opposite, and this is the hypotenuse. So we know that for cos, that is adjacent over hypotenuse, that is OP. So we can say here OQ equal, here the value of OP is R, so we can say R cos theta, R cos theta. So OQ equal here the R cos theta. And again, for if we consider sine theta equal opposite over hypotenuse, that is PQ over OP. So now we'll find the value of PQ, that is PQ should be, OP is here also R sin theta. So if you look at carefully, so here OQ, that means X, so we can say this is X because OQ equal X. Here PQ, this is Y, so we can say in short this is Y. That means the relation between Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate is X equal R cos theta and Y equal R sin theta. So by using these two things, we can derive some formula from here. Okay. So now look at here, X equal R cos theta and Y equal R sin theta. Now if we square this both, then we will get X square equal R square cos square theta and Y square equal R square sin square theta. Okay, now if we add these two equation, then we will get X square plus Y square equal R square cos square theta plus R square sin square theta. Okay, now we can do some workout here. So X square plus Y square equal, if we take common R square from these both, then it will be cos square theta plus sin square theta. So in trigonometry we know that cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. So in short we can say that R square equal X square plus Y square, or finally R equal plus minus root over X square plus Y square. So these are the relation between Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate. So you must keep in mind that X equal R cos theta, Y equal R sin theta, and here R equal to, if we consider this a distance, so it should be plus, so that means plus root over X square plus Y square. So by using these three things, we can easily convert the coordinate. No, okay, so by using X, Y and R, we can easily convert the coordinate. That means we can convert Cartesian to polar and polar to Cartesian. Now I'll show an example how we can convert this. Okay, for an example, one Cartesian coordinate, that is 3 and 3. Suppose for an example, one Cartesian coordinate is 3 and 3. So we convert it into the polar coordinate. Polar coordinate. So what will be the polar coordinate of 3, 3? So here we know that this is the x and this is y. So we know that x equal r cos theta. So r cos theta equal 3 and r sin theta equal 3. So for polar coordinate we need to find the value of r and theta. So by dividing these both we can easily find the r and theta. If we consider the equation 1, this is equation 2. If we divide equation 2 by 1, then we'll get r sin theta over r cos theta equal 3 over 3. That is, in short, we can write here sin theta by cos theta equal r can be cancelled. So r sin theta by cos theta equal tan theta. So tan theta equal 1 or theta equal tan inverse 1, which is 45 degree. Okay, this is the value of theta. Now we'll find the value of r. So we already know that r equal root over x square plus y square. So here the x equal 3 and y equal both are 3. So 3 square plus 3 square, that should be 9 plus 9. That means 2 root 3. So that means here the polar coordinate is two root 3. The polar coordinate is 2 root 3, 45 degree. So if the question is what is the polar coordinate of these 3 and 3, this is the Cartesian coordinate, then the answer should be 2 root 3 and 45 degree. I will show opposite one. If the polar coordinate is given, then what will be the Cartesian coordinate? Okay. Suppose a polar coordinate is given 160 degree. So we need to find what will be the Cartesian coordinate. What will be the Cartesian coordinate? So here r equal 1 and theta equal 60 degree. So Cartesian means we need to find x and y. So here x equal r cos theta, that is r cos 60 degree, equal here r equal 1, and we know that the value of cos 60 equal half. You can use your calculator or you can memorize the table. So that means it should be half. So y equal r sin theta, that is sin 60. So here also 1 multiple, so sin 60 equal root 3 over 2. So that is root 3 over 2. So we can write the Cartesian coordinate is half root 3 over 2. So this is the Cartesian coordinate of this polar coordinate. So in that way we can easily find what will be the polar coordinate of a given Cartesian coordinate or what will be the Cartesian coordinate of a polar coordinate. Okay, now I'll show some formula about Cartesian coordinate. Okay, that means we just only learn Cartesian coordinate for solving the problems. Here we don't need to use the polar coordinate, but sometimes it can be the question like that, just convert Cartesian to polar or polar to Cartesian. In that case you need to know this relation. Okay, first we considered the two axes, that is x o x prime, that is x axis, that means horizontal axis, and y o y prime, that is vertical axis. So here we need to know something, the sign of x and y. So in the first coordinate, here the both x and y should be plus, that is plus plus. In the second coordinate, here the y should be positive. In the third quadrant both x and y are negative, and in the fourth quadrant here x is positive and y is negative. That means if you plot this point into the graph paper, you need to know this rule. That means in the first quadrant both value of x and y, that means coordinate means here must be x and y, that is pair. So here both x and y are positive. In the second quadrant x negative but y positive, but in the third quadrant both x and y are negative, and in the fourth quadrant x positive and y negative. So for plotting the any Cartesian point you need to know this thing. Okay, now I'll show some formula from this Cartesian coordinate. And I also try to derive this formula for your better understanding. Okay, that means we will learn only Cartesian coordinate. Okay, now first formula is distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points. Okay, so I'll try to show this derivation, how to find this distance of these 2 points. Okay, now first consider the x and y axis, that is x, so x prime, that is y prime, that is y axis. So here if you consider a point that is x1 and x1 and y1. So here if we consider a point x1 and y1, and we consider the another point that is x2 and y2. So we need to find this distance. What is the distance of these 2 points? So for finding this distance, I just try to derive this formula. Okay, we can draw the perpendicular line from this. Okay, we can write it, that is A and that is B. From A we can draw a perpendicular line on x-axis, that is AM, and from B we can draw another perpendicular line, that is BN, and we can draw another perpendicular line from this here to BP. Okay, so if you look at carefully here, ON means the horizontal distance, so that is x2, and BN, that is vertical distance, that is y2. So here OM, again this is horizontal distance, that is x1 for point A, and here AM, that is y1. So we need to know that is what is NM, that is NM, and here BP are same because these are parallel and equal, because this is a rectangle, this is a rectangle. Okay, now we can write here MN equal OM minus ON, that means x1 minus x2, and again here if you look at BN are here BN and PM both are equal. So for AP we can write AM minus PM. So PM and BN same, so we can write here Y1 minus Y2. So that means this is x1 minus x2 and this is y1 minus y2. So here we need to find the distance A and B. So look at, if we consider NM and BP are two parallel lines, so this must be 90 degree. That means APB is a right angle triangle. So if it is right angle, so that means AP is the hypotenuse. So we can easily find what is the value of AB by using the Pythagoras formula here. So if we use the Pythagoras formula, we can write AB square, that is hypotenuse square, equal adjacent, that is PB square, plus opposite, that is AP square. So if we now put the value of this, then AB equal root over here PB equal, we already found this, x1 minus x2, and plus AP equal y1 minus y2, and here this is the square, so we must put the square. So look at, this is the distance between 2 points, and this is so important formula because in many cases we need to find the distance between 2 points in coordinate geometry. So must keep in mind, here must be plus because this is the distance. We know that distance cannot be negative. Okay, now I'll show an example for finding the distance between 2 points. Okay, now if we consider 2 points, that is A is 3 and 7 and another point B is 2 and 9. So then what will be the distance between point A and B? So here AB equal, you just use this formula. So x1 minus x2, that means 3 minus, so first value of the first point is x1 and second value is y1. Here this is x2, that is here is x1, this is y1, this is x2 and this is y2. So by using this formula we can write here 3 minus 2 whole square plus 7 minus 9 whole square. So if we do here some workout, so that is 3 minus 2, that is 1 square equal 1. Here 7 minus 9, that is negative 2 square. So it must be 1 plus 4, that means root over 5. So we know that when we do the square of any negative number, it should be positive. So that's why it could be x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1. It does not matter because here the square is positive. It could be x1 minus x2. That means if someone would like to write x2 minus x1 or y2 minus y1, it does not matter. You can use, because here the square number, so it must be positive. Okay, this is the formula for finding distance between 2 points. Okay, now I'll show another formula, that is number 2. Okay, in number 2, so we will learn point divides internally. Then what will be the coordinates? Suppose A and B is a line segment, that is A equal x1 and y1, and B is the point x2 and y2. So suppose in between the line a point is called C, that is the coordinate is x and y. So if we consider this part is m1 and this part is m2, that means this line is divided at point C in m1 is to m2 at the ratio of m1 is to m2. Then what will be the point C? So this is very important formula. So here the value of x is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divide m1 plus m2, and value of y equal m1, just replace y in at the place of x, so that must be m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divide m1 plus m2. That means the coordinate of C is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided m1 plus m2 and m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided m1 plus m2. Okay, so this is the formula for finding the point divides internally any line segment AB. Okay, now I'll show an example. Okay, for example, suppose a line that is A and B. So the coordinate of A is suppose 2 and 3 and coordinate B is -1 and 3. Okay, so if it is M1 that is 2 and M2 that is 3, then what will be the coordinate of C? This point is called C. You can say this point is called, you can take this point as C. So what is the value of x and y? So by using this formula you can easily find what will be the value of x. So this is the x1 y1, this is the x2 y2, this is m1, this is m2. Just use this formula, that is m1 multiple x2, that is 2 multiple -1 plus m2 that is 3 multiple 2 divided 2 plus 3, that means -2 plus 6 over 5, so that is 4 over 5. And for finding the value of y, same formula, m1 y2 that is 2 multiple 3 plus 3 multiple 3 divided 2 plus 3, that means that is 2 3 is 6 plus 9 over 5, so 15 over 5, that is 3. So the coordinate is 4 over 5 and 3. So this is the coordinates of C which intersect this line at 2:3 ratio, at the ratio of 2:3. Okay, now we will learn the next formula, that is number 3. So midpoint of any line segment. So we can derive this formula from this formula quite easily. Midpoint means the both parts should be same. That means if here m1 equal m2, midpoint means here must be m1 equal m2. So number 3, this is very important formula for O-level students. So if it is m1 equal m2, that is midpoint of any line segment AB. So if we consider m1 equal m2, then what will be this formula? So the midpoint, that is x equal, so here both m1 m2 equal, so that means x1 plus x2 by 2 and y equal y1 plus y2 over 2. That means if you put m1 and m2 are equal in this two value, then you will get these two relation. That means for finding the midpoint of any line segment, this is the formula, x equal x1 plus x2 by 2. That means the average of the value of x and the average of the value of y. That is so simple but very important. Okay, now I'll show the example of this formula. Suppose A one point, that is 1 and 4, B is another point, that is 7 and 6. So what will be the midpoint? Suppose midpoint is C, x and y. So this is so simple. So x equal 1 plus 7 over 2, that is 8 over 2, that is 4, and y equal 4 plus 6 over 2, that is 10 over 2, that is 5. That means this midpoint is 4 and 5. So this is the midpoint of any line segment AB. So you just keep in mind this formula, then you can easily find the midpoint of any line segment. Okay, now I'll show another formula, that is number 4. Point divides externally. Okay, so formula, suppose A and B is a line segment, the coordinate of A is x1, y1, x2, y2. So for dividing a line segment externally, we must increase this line up to C, that is x and y. So here this part is M1 and this part is M2. That means the ratio is M1 and M2. So then we can easily find the formula. The formula is same like the internally division. That means here we just use the negative sign. So M1 x2 negative M2 x1 divided M1 negative M2, and y is M1 y2 negative M2 y1 divided M1 negative M2. So just look at here only the negative sign, otherwise the values are same. Okay, I'll show another example for number 4. Suppose a line segment is AB, the point is 1 and 2, this point is 3 and 4. So if another point is divide C x and at the point xy, so this part if is 3 and this part is 2, then what will be the point of C? So we just use this formula. So here x equal m1 x2, so here m1 is 3, so 3 into 3, so 3 into 3 minus m2 x1, that is 2 into negative 1, divide m1 minus m2. Keep in mind here m1 minus m2, that is 3 minus 2, so that means 9 minus minus plus, so that is 2 over 1, that is 11. Okay, for same thing for value of y, so we can write it directly m1 y2, that is m1 is 3 into 4, that is 12, negative m2, that is 2 into y1, that is 2 to the 4, divide 3 minus 2, that is 1 over, that is 8 over 1 equal 8. That means this point is 11 and 8. So this is the point C, which is divides the line AB externally. Okay, this is the formula for finding any point if this point divides any line segments externally. So now I'll show another formula, that is number 5. Okay, now look at in number 5. Okay, this is called centroid. So centroid means if we consider a triangle and if we draw the median of this triangle, 3 medians, so this is one median, this is another median, this is another median of this triangle, that is A, B and C, and this 3 point is x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3 and y3. So this is called centroid. So you just consider this is G, x and y. So the question is, what is the value of this centroid? So this is so easy. Like midpoint, here the value of x is average of the value of x, that is x1 plus x2 plus x3 over 3, and y equal y1 plus y2 plus y3 over 3. So this is the coordinate of centroid. So if the points are given, suppose let's say there's an example 3 1 4 2 and negative minus 6, then what will be the centroid of this triangle? That means if you draw a triangle by using these three vertices, then what will be the centroid? You just use this formula, x equal 3 plus 4 minus 1 over 3, that is 6 over 3, that is 2, and y equal 1 plus 2 plus 6 over 3, that is 9 over 3, that is 3. So that means the centroid is 2 and 3. This is so simple. You just memorize these two formula for x and y, then you can easily find what will be the centroid of any triangle. Okay, now I'll show the last formula for coordinate, that is what will be the area of a shape. It could be a triangle, or it could be a quadrilateral, or it could be a pentagon, that means any kind of polygon. So number 6, that is area of any polygon. So what will be the formula? So first we consider the triangle. So here A, B and C. Okay. Here A is x1, y1, and B is x2, y2, and C is x3, y3. So what will be the area of this triangle? Okay. So for coordinate geometry, the area of this triangle is area of triangle ABC equal half determinant sign. You just write these three coordinate x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3 in column way, that is x1 y1 first column, that is first coordinate in the first column, second coordinate in the second column, and third coordinate at the third column, and again we repeat the same thing, that is first coordinate, that is x1 y1. Okay, now we just multiply this in the following order. Okay, first we multiply this left to right, that is top to bottom. So then the multiplication will be x1 y2 plus x2 y3 plus x3 y1, and then we subtract this multiplication, that is y1 x2 negative y2 x3 negative y3 x1. So this is the formula for finding the area of any triangle if three coordinates are given. So we can see an example. So let us consider 3 points are 3 1, this point is 2 3, and this point is 4 1. For an example, randomly I just took a 3 points. So then what will be the area? So we just use this formula. So ABC equal half. So we just put this coordinate, that is 3 1, 2 3, 4 1. Again we repeat the first coordinate, that is 3 1, and just use this formula, above formula. Okay, so okay, now just use the above formula, then we'll get half. We multiply this one first and then subtract this this multiplication. So 3 3s are 9, 2 1s are 2, plus 4 1s are 4. So 1 2s are negative 2, 3 4s are 12, and 1 3s are negative 3. So now if we calculate this, then we'll get half. 9 plus 2 plus 4, that is 15. Negative 2, 14, negative 3, that is negative 17. So if we do here half multiple negative 2, that is negative 1. So keep in mind here the value of area must be positive, that's why the area should be 1 square unit. It is not negative 1, that means the area should be 1 square unit, not negative 1, because area always positive, because here I just took the value randomly, so the value is negative 1. It could be positive or any number, so you must keep in mind the area should be always positive. That means if it is negative, doesn't matter, when you write the answer you must write it in the positive form, that is 1 square unit. So this is the area of any triangle. That means if the 3 points are given, then you can easily find what will be the area of a triangle. Okay, I'll show another one, that is quadrilateral. Okay, so if we take a quadrilateral, it could be any shape. It's not like that rectangle, I just took it as a rectangle shape. Suppose x1 y1, b is x2 y2, and c is x3 y3, and the point D is x4 y4. Okay, now area of quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, same thing, the formula is, we first write these coordinates in the vertical form, that is x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3, x4 y4. Here we will repeat first two coordinates, that is x1 y1 and x2 y2. Keep in mind, for triangle we will repeat the first coordinate, but for in quadrilateral we will repeat first two coordinates. So we will do the multiplication in the same way. Okay, we just maintain the order correctly. So if we do the multiplication, that means x1 y2 plus x2 y3 plus x3 y4 plus x4 y1 plus x1 y2, and then just negative y1 x2, negative y2 x3, negative y3 x4, negative y4 x1, and finally negative y1 x2. It's a long multiplication, but it is so easy. But you just maintain the order correctly and sure you use the sign is correctly, because it could be negative sign, that means it could be negative. So if it is both are negative, then when do the multiplication, then it must be positive. But you must use the order properly. So if you can use this order properly, then you can easily find what will be the area of quadrilateral. Not only the quadrilateral, now you can find any shape of the polygon. If it is 5 point, that is pentagon, you just write first 5 point, then you repeat another 3 points. So if it is hexagon, you first write first 6 points and then repeat another 4 points, like that. But normally in your exam, the area of triangle is most important. In some case it will be happen that the area of a quadrilateral will come to your exam. So these are the formula for Cartesian coordinate, and these 6 formula is very important for your exam. That means for all sort of exam like O level, and it also the important for the Bangladeshi students who are going to take for HSC exam, and these formula also important for the HSC students. So either if you learn these 6 formula properly, then you can easily solve the coordinate geometry. And in my next class I'll try to show some example, that is I'll try to solve some problems from your past paper question according to this Cartesian coordinate. Okay class, thank you everyone.